I'm thinking about letting a contractor do some roofing for me, but his company's really new. If he falls off my house and gets hurt, or his partner, am I going to be legally responsible?
The short answer to that is no. Typically, in a situation like that, if you hire someone to come to your house and do some work for you, then it's incumbent upon them to have their own insurance. It's not like you're their employer. You're hiring them just for a specific job to come out and do something. And so we get that question all the time. If you call someone to come and cut a tree down and they send a worker up and somebody falls out of a tree, are you responsible for that? And no, you're not in most situations. And however, there's always exceptions. And so if someone comes to do some work on your property and you were somehow negligent in that, let's say you had a hole in your backyard and you knew that hole was there and you forgot to tell them, and a worker steps in it and breaks his leg, then yes, you could possibly be on the hook for that. But a typical contractor type of a situation where you hire someone to come do any type of work on your property and they're injured, the onus is not going to fall on that homeowner in the great majority of the time.
Yeah, and I've always heard that if you're going to hire someone to do work, like, you need to make sure that they're licensed and insured, because if not, you hear these nightmare scenarios that may or may not actually be reality. I don't know. So why are people commonly told that? Like,
yeah,
what can happen?
Well, you want, let's say you hire a roofer. You want someone who's licensed and insured and bonded, because if they completely mess your house up and if they cause $50,000 worth of damage to your roof, and then you go to make a claim against them and you find out that it's just some mom and pop operation and they do not have any insurance, then you're out of luck. And so good luck in getting that mom and pop to pay for that damage. Or if somebody comes over that you hired to cut a tree and a big oak tree falls on your neighbor's house and causes $100,000 worth of damage, and if they're not licensed, bonded, and insured, then you're going to have a devil of a time, and your neighbor is as well. So whenever you're hiring someone, it's always good to make sure, especially the bigger jobs, roofing, driveways, any type of contracting on your house, make sure that they're licensed and bonded.